sundress, sundress. Booty poking like you undress, undress, undress. Walk by my way and I like who that, who that, who that. Turn around, I need that. Turn around, I need that. Turn around, I need that. She's a dancer. She's a dancer. She's a
Yes, Juanito Jones, what's good, bro? How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Thanks for having me.
You know what I mean? Yes, sir. It was a little hectic in here. It was a circus as you was coming in here. This is the first time we doing Tuesday night, so I wasn't prepared for what it was and all that. You know what I mean? But as we go on, man, what's good, man? It's been a month. Dad, what's up, bro?
Yeah, man, we here, man. It's been a month, hibernation and all that, living life, doing what we got to do as men, in this big old world. But we back at it, you know what I'm saying, with the current events and everything we do here at Interlude Radio with the hottest underground artists and etc. You heard?
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. I ain't in a good space right now, man. I gotta go off right now, man. Somebody has my iPhone, man. I feel a certain way. Not really, because that's what insurance is for and all that.
True.
But what kind of derelict are you, man, that you're stealing phones in 2018, man?
Nah, yeah,
It's about to be 2019, man. You living bad, man. You see my man Juanito came in with the suit on. He got the flash.
I
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, distinguished
what y'all
gentleman.
doing, man? What are y'all doing? How y'all stealing around people like this? You don't know who this guy
How
was.
y'all living out here stealing lock phones?
You don't even know who this guy was, man. And you stealing. You should feel bad for yourself, man. I hate you and your kids, man.
Nah, it's an atrocity, man.
Yeah, man, because a thief, man, that's going to pass down generations, man. Your kids going to steal from our kids. Yeah, man, all that, man. That's how it goes, man,
Yeah, it's an atrocity.
The Caucasian persuasion. You feel me? Your kids going to beat my kids, and it's going to go on and go on and go on and go on. But what's good, though, man? What's going on in the day-to-day, man?
What we gonna discuss first?
First off, all right.
We getting into
I do have
for the people.
I have some footage that we definitely gotta get into with Jermaine Corey Holcomb and all that, man. Wilding out.
Corey Holcomb, yeah, I know. I'm familiar. I'm familiar with the footage. It's hilarious.
Lord have mercy. He went Hamilton.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He's a fool. He's a fool for that.
At the end of the day, I can't say I all the way disagree with him. Like I'm giving it a buck.
Yeah, this guy.
You know me, I'm not gonna lie to the people.
Absolutely, man.
I'm definitely not gonna lie to the people. But yeah, man, I'm matter of fact, you wanna get into that beautiful beat footage?
Let's get into that. And then maybe we'll discuss it for a few, I guess. Because it's disturbing and hilarious at the same time, So depending on your perspective of what he's saying, like you were saying, like you can dig what he's saying. You don't totally disagree. Other people would say, nah, he's bugging out. So I'll definitely express where I'm at with it.
Don't get me wrong, he's bugging out.
Absolutely, okay.
But
I'm leaning more towards the bugging out.
Listen, I could understand the frustration, and I can understand. No, let me rephrase that. I don't got no kids. I don't understand the frustration, but I can understand where he's coming from with it, from an extent. Like,
no, absolutely. Even me having 3 children, but even if I didn't have children, you can understand. We all got friends, we got uncles, and we got brothers. We know what a lot of men out here go through with women, vindictive and bitter women, when it comes to children and using them as pawns and stuff like that. So that's really the deeper extent of where he was going. So we all can dig that.
Yeah. So let's get into it real quick, and then we'll come back and we'll build on it some more. You know what I mean? For the people who didn't see it and all that. Let's get to it.
I don't give a fuck if I got a baby with you, bitch. If you a problem, fuck you and that baby. I'll make another one. And that's who the fuck I am.
And they do too. They be alive.
If you down with me,
other babies out
and
there.
you show me respect, and I feel like you ain't no.
Love Kadizzy.
Lord of mercy. I'm having issues.
Beerers, we still here, man.
I don't know.
It's like technical difficulty.
Ain't finna go through no shit over no mother. Look, let me tell you something. I say this on air. I don't give a fuck if I got a baby with you, bitch. If you a problem, fuck you and that baby. I'll make another one. And that's who the fuck I am.
And they do too. They be alive.
If you down with me,
other babies out there.
and you show me respect, and I feel like you ain't no.
Let's stop.
You ain't no cutthroat bitch. I know where he was going.
You get the feel where it was going with it, man. So, as a guest, our first guest of the 4th season of Interloop Radio, man. How you felt hearing that? And did you hear that before? Or
That's the first time
you never seen that, so you never seen that clip. All right, so how do you feel hearing that?
Yeah, how you take that?
And how do you side with that?
I mean, the way I look at it, it's not that he's wrong, like at the end of the day, like if you're not with the person that you have a kid with, you shouldn't, like your main focus should just be the kid. You know what I'm saying? It's like, reality is he could make another one. You know what I'm saying? He could be with another woman and make another child. So it's like, I feel like it gets really lost in translation, especially nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially even vice versa, men or even the women. Like, women like, damn, I got a baby by you. Like, I have every attachment to you. Even if we're not together, at least, by the very least, we should be able to do shit together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like...
or not. Even if we can't do nothing together, it should still be some type of civil...
Yeah, as long as there's respect,
especially around the kid. Right,
if
that's the key
mutual,
word.
Yeah, if it's mutual respect.
Key
but
word.
ideally, if my main goal is just take care of my kid, that's the only thing I'm gonna focus on. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't want nothing to do with you. We could be a high bye, but it's like me and this person. You know what I'm saying? Like you shouldn't be able to get in the way of our relationship.
Of the children.
Yeah,
absolutely. But I mean, you're speaking like from his perspective, though. Speaking directly to what he was saying, he said, if me and you ain't on good terms and you talking to me any kind of way, and you treat me like I'm a no good,
disrespectful
nigga, whatever. He said, "F you and that baby," meaning like I'm not messing with you or the kid. So, and actually, from his perspective, he said he's going to take out his frustration on the kid. You saying
no?
He actually said
he was going to separate himself.
Not in a right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, but I say totally bugging. I'm totally against that. He's definitely bugging out.
Yeah, he's bugging out
with that whole sentiment because your child should be only obligation. It don't have to be F. It could be F you for life.
Yeah,
F the female, whatever. But and you truthfully, it's really being it really can't be F you because you have to have some kind of a civil discourse with each other. Yeah. Because the kid is going, especially if you have a newborn baby.
That's right.
But for the most part, like I said, I get the sentiment, as I said before we started getting to it, of how women treat kids, have kids as pawns, you know what I'm saying, when they bid it and scorn and stuff like that. So the sentiment that he's coming from, we can all appreciate. But the overall point he's trying to make of F you and that baby, if I can't get along with you, nah, fam, you bugging, man. You got to be there for your child, man. You don't got to be in the woman's life. So I say he's bugging out with the whole, where he's going with that.
Me personally, look, I don't take nothing he say lightly, but I understand it's complete.
Sure.
I understand
of course you do.
completely.
Of course you do.
Where he's at, like especially all of it. The lead the kid, because at the end of the day, you gotta really think about it. Like,
no, why is that? So elaborate on that.
How am I supposed to? So I'm supposed to make myself miserable every time I want to do or see my child. Do anything for my child or see my child. I gotta prepare myself mentally to be miserable.
Well, just for a moment.
No.
Just for a moment.
No.
Maybe just within that exchange.
Not
We've
ever.
seen videos on social media and stuff like that. Maybe
being,
during that exchange, there's some dumbness going on, but
no human being has to put up with any type of thing that's gonna make them miserable. And no matter who it is, no matter where it comes from, you know what I'm saying? I understand your child. We cut it off a little early. At the end, he said, at the end, when he gets a little older and he's able to deal, you know what I mean?
Right.
And he's not like your mother, then maybe we could build on that.
He
didn't say nothing about not paying child support because that's going to happen regardless. Corey Holcomb got a little cake.
That was
right,
brought up,
but he's not saying, but that's going to
happen.
happen.
Dudes run from that too. Celebrities run from that.
They do.
So
but I'm saying, at the end of the day, I don't blame you if you provide and just step all the way out. I can't be mad at you because if you can't deal with the situation, I would rather listen. Me personally, I would rather send a couple dollars in whenever I can or whenever it's necessary and keep my distance than you violating me in front of the kid or violating me in public or violating me, period. Like, I'm not going to let you violate me, and that don't matter who you are. Like, regardless, if you was my kid and you violate me repeatedly, it comes a point in time where, you know what, I'm going to step away from that too. Right. You become grown. It's only, you understand what I'm saying?
Well, as an adult, if your child is an adult and they choose to disrespect you,
but that's still your child. That don't take away the love you have for your child. Your child could be 25. He's disrespectful. F you, little nigga. You know what I'm saying?
But going back to the base of what he was saying, as far as F you and that baby because I'm not getting along with you, that's totally not the right thing to do. Like
it's not that I'm just not getting along. Every time I deal with you, it's miserable.
It has to, I mean, like I said, sometimes, I mean, that's a part of life. I know what you're saying. I don't think it'll be that bad on the exchange. Like, if you have no interaction with the mother besides when y'all exchanging the kid while they're small, then maybe it is a miserable moment for that 10 or 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But after that, it should be pure joy because you got your child with you and stuff like that.
These chicks be trying to put you through the worst.
I think that's trivial saying I'm not going to be miserable in these moments
10,
and stuff like
15
that
minutes.
because listen, life ain't fair, man.
It's for
You know what I'm saying? And,
reasonable adults who already decided that we can't be together, and so we're gonna co-parent and we're gonna exchange the child. That's not the type of person or situation he's talking about. You can't really, you feel me? A person who's trying to make you miserable, you're not going to be able to get a 15-minute session to switch off. You feel me? Because first of all, now you got to go through the courts to see your kid. Now you got to go through the courts, through everything, because she's taking away your rights. So now I got to go in the court and deal with these people, which
No,
as a man
listen.
you should do anyway.
Life ain't fair, man.
As a man, you
and we
should
know
do. But I'm not going to put
the
up with
court
no
systems
woman
are not in
because
our
of a
favor.
kid.
And,
I'm not gonna,
and we know that.
That's what
They're
women
not
do.
our favor. But I'm
Women
saying
get
none
pregnant.
of that is an excuse for neglecting
Nah,
your child
it's not
just
neglect.
because. It is neglect. It is a
No,
form of
it's
neglect.
not
For
neglect.
neglecting your child, being in your
No.
child's life just because you have the disdain
Neglect
for
is
them,
being
for
in
their
the life
mother.
and then ignoring.
No,
We
neglect
gotta look
is
at the definition.
ignoring too. Nah.
No, if you walk away, you can't
No.
neglect if you was never there.
That's neglect too, in my book.
That's abandonment. It's two different things.
Okay, let's call it abandonment.
It's two different things.
It's abandonment,
You
neglect.
say abandonment,
neglect's
neglect.
in
You
that,
gotta. Am I right or wrong?
It's in that
Juan?
bag.
Look,
How
if
you
you're
feel?
not in-
Neglect.
If you're not in a child's life, I mean, you know,
However you
can't
want to
neglect
spin it.
but you can't neglect something that you're not around.
What's
something
the, what's,
that
the,
you're not.
what's the direct definition of
Look,
neglect?
abandonment?
look,
You
look.
talking about abandonment?
What's
Hold on,
what's
hold
the
on.
I
direct?
lost
Since
my
you're saying
iPhone.
it's
I
not.
can't.
Since you're saying it's not neglect, I'm telling
No,
you that
no.
it's a part. Doing that is neglect.
Neglect
It
is being around
because you're not being
and
there,
not being
you're
responsible.
neglecting the child.
Being around.
your responsibility.
You have to be around the neglect. You have to be in the presence.
yeah, but
To
the thing
neglect.
is,
I would
even if
totally
you're
agree with
around,
that.
it still shows
No,
that
that's
you're
the
still
definition,
trying.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like if you're not around at all, like you're not trying to have no nothing. That's neglect and abandonment.
Thank
Like,
you.
if you're like, look,
it's in the
for
Some
same
niggas
bag,
shouldn't
bro.
even be around their kid.
Yeah,
Honestly,
in the same
you feel me?
bag.
Like,
some
if-
women shouldn't have kids.
Right, exactly. No, I
So,
agree with you. But like, if there's
hey.
parents around their kids, like, but they're not talking
Yeah, we
to
don't
them,
gotta
they
look
still
that up,
show.
but I'm just saying that's
it's
part
like-
of that bag.
Yeah,
That's a part of
neglect
that
and
bag.
abandonment is like hand in hand.
That's the
If you ain't
same,
around your
absolutely.
kid at all, you're not trying to have any no type of nothing.
Now listen,
it's
neglect, fail to care for properly.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
You're failing to care for your child properly, not
Yeah.
being in your life, something that you brought into the world, and you refuse to be in their life just because you don't get along with the mom. So his overall sentiment's wrong, man. It's funny, and it's
mean,
hilarious,
listen,
but it's wrong, man.
It's not really even that
fact.
funny. It's
funny how it came
it's
out.
a chuckle,
I feel
haha.
that. Right,
But
right.
it's real, especially when you're dealing in a society where these are the type of issues we have, especially as black men and women. You feel me? These are the type of issues we have because, first of all, it starts off with having children immature. I was gonna say young, but maturity don't come with age. So I'm gonna take that back, and I'm gonna say having children immature. So when we're
While both parties are immature, or one party or the other.
one or the other.
One or the
All
other,
it takes
or
is
both.
one. All it
That's
takes
true.
is one. You feel me? And because it takes two to tango, right? So if one is immature, you got an immature relationship. That's just
But
bottom
you know,
line.
so you actually you're putting that in the box of why kind of like things turn out the way it does with people like that. Now I even have a simple
that's
explanation.
part of a course.
That is part of it, but I have even a simpler explanation. Things in life, in this thing we call life, sometimes things just don't work out. A lot of times things just don't work out. You know what I'm saying? So because you in a relationship, things don't work out, and a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, children are bad within a relationship, and you got to deal with whatever that comes with, depending on the female that's the child's mother, or depending on the dude, because we ain't gonna put everything on the woman. Sometimes the dude's a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the women just be so scornful and vengeful that they do anything to make your life miserable pertaining to the child. And that's why, and that comes to the mentality like Corey Holcomb spoke about. That comes to that mentality when the dude feel like that, even though that's the wrong way to go about it. But we know some women out here would drive you to feel like that. And it's unfortunate. But like I said, I'd never agree with that, but it's so unfortunate because some women will drive you out here to feel like, yo, listen, I can't deal. I'm saying you got to be strong to deal with some of these women out here, but for the most part, when you have children with women and whatever, and the relationship don't work out, you can still be able to have a relationship with your kid without too much drama. I said a lot of times it's like that, and then sometimes it's the other way. But the bottom line is that sometimes these things don't work out, and it is a part of people. Sometimes people being immature, too young, or you know what I'm saying, people really having not much in common except sex.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They fail to get to know what's in each other's mind, and they love each other physically so much that you forget to get, you know what I'm saying, in somebody's mind. And then when you really start getting in their mind, you're like, oh, it's a dummy. You know what I'm saying? Or et cetera. Or we just can't vibe on a level where we can sustain each other and grow. So sometimes it be like that. I mean, that's my overall explanation for why things don't work out. How you see it?
I think, you know, it really, it's all our, like, there's so many people I know that they have kids with somebody, and honestly, at that moment they didn't want to feel like, oh, I'm gonna get rid of this, so we're gonna try to work
Right.
it out. Like again, life happens, you know, like we don't have control over what's gonna happen tomorrow.
Right.
We only know what's gonna happen in the moment. And honestly, at the end of the day, there's women that are still stuck in their feelings and they feel a certain type of way because they lost a certain type of man, or they see opportunity that they missed out on. So they use, oh, we had a kid, so you ain't nothing, or you know what I'm saying?
Right,
That's a fact.
And it shouldn't be like that, you know.
Or like
you
I'm gonna use
shouldn't-
this
you
kid as a
shouldn't-
pawn to really, you know, to try to
Yeah.
keep you or to make your life miserable.
or something that you didn't really plan on, or at that time you planned on, but then afterwards you're like, man, I didn't want to be with this person. Like shit, like I can't get out of this. They gonna keep using that. It's like, man, what can I do? But
Right.
move
18
on.
years, 18
Like,
years.
yeah.
Kanye said it best, right?
right, you know, you can move on, but somebody could be
Find
stuck
out it
on the
wasn't
same
his.
thing.
But you know when it's terrible for the good dudes, because you know relationships that cause you to be so get so frustrated that you feel like the way Corey Holcomb said, it'd be the good dudes that really be trying to be in their kid's life, and the mother know that. So that's when she used the kid as a pawn to
Yeah.
make his life miserable. You know what I'm saying? Dudes that don't care, whatever, it don't really matter to them. Mom, she can't really use the dude with the Corey Holcomb mentality. She can't use the kid as a pawn because he's like F that
Yeah, he's like, I
and
don't
F
care.
you and him or her, which is unfortunately. But the good dudes is who I feel more for because they really trying to be in their kids' life. They be doing everything, going to every court date and doing that. And when they show up, you know, they doing things like the girl on Facebook that I forget was something silly, but she didn't want to take him out the car seat, the baby out the car seat. She didn't want him to take him. She wanted to do it. Some silly back and forth. So those are the dudes that I really feel for, man. The good dudes that want to be in their kids' life, but these chicks be making it so difficult.
Right.
And that brings you to the mentality of F you and that baby, like Corey Holcomb said.
Yeah.
Which is
And it happens more
never
often than
go.
we think. But I mean, listen, man. I don't think, like I said, I just don't feel that any person outside of yourself should be responsible for you being miserable. And I don't think nobody, I don't care how it goes. I don't think nobody should put up with being miserable or put up with any type of drama that they know they're gonna go through. Listen, man, if we can't find a way to where I don't gotta deal with you because I don't want to deal with you, then hey, I'm out of here, man. Deuces. I chuck the deuces up.
I could dig it. And like you said, some relationships are that volatile that maybe that need to happen. Like I said, it's definitely a fine line. Some relationships might be that volatile. You be like, I got to step away. You know what I'm saying? When you know what I'm saying? I know a few that was really just that bad.
Yeah.
So, but you know,
And
for the most part, I
mean,
think you can deal. When it comes to your child, you got to overcome all of that. When it comes to something you brought into
And
this
it could
world,
go.
that's
It
your
could go a lot of
responsibility.
different ways. Like it's not just so much about the paper or the child support or the woman. Like sometimes you got to think for yourself. Like I'm not trying to. I'm gonna beat this girl up, man. She keep messing with me. So I gotta stay. I gotta get out of
You know,
here.
that's an- right. I mean, you know, you
I gotta
don't wanna
get
do
outta
that
here.
'cause you know you're going down for that.
I gotta get out of here.
Right. Yeah. You know, that's
If
automatic.
I go to
handcuffs
pick
on
up my seed, she spit in my face. I'm never gonna do that again. Do you understand that?
I mean, yeah, you talking drastically.
No,
I got you though.
I'm-
But if it's
I'm-
that,
I'm
I know. But
being
let's
honest.
say if it's that
If I go
volatile,
pick up my seed
course.
and shorty spit in my face, that's something I'm never going to do again, bro. If I don't go to jail, if I make
Right.
it out of there without cuffs on, that is something I'm never ever going to do again.
No, absolutely, but that's when you go to the courts. That's when you're like, all right, well, we got to go to the courts, so you'll never be able to spit in my face again. So
Maybe.
you got to play the
It
game.
depends on who
Like
you
I
are.
said, and it
Everybody
depends on
can't go to the courts.
You know what? Right. It depends on who you are. It depends on where your heart is for
Like,
that seed
it's
that you
messed
brought
up.
into this world. 'Cause
Listen.
that's what it's about. Remember, forget the chick.
Hold on,
It's
I'm
about
gonna
the
say this
child.
to the
That's what
women
we
too.
talking
I'm
about.
gonna
It's
say
about
this
the
to the
child.
women too, B. You feel me? Because I don't want it to seem like I'm just coming from the male point of view. If you got a baby father, that every time anything happens, he's miserable because he can't have you no more. You moved on. So every time there's an exchange, he makes it miserable for you.
No,
You
absolutely. It
shouldn't
goes
have to deal with that no more. Go to the system and do what you got to do. I don't
Right.
care. Like I'm not taking that away from neither side. On both sides, I don't think nobody should have to deal with anybody based on anything.
based on any drama or really
Anything.
making themselves
No, no,
uncomfortable.
See,
Oh, you
the
saying,
thing we're talking about is the child.
right. That's what
So
I'm saying. Let's
we're not.
keep in mind.
You're not going to use anything on this planet Earth to make me be okay with being miserable.
Right, being uncomfortable. You know what I'm
Nothing.
saying?
There's
agitated,
nothing on this
stuff like
planet.
that,
Like
right?
there's nothing on this planet
Right.
that can make me do that. Me,
No,
personally.
absolutely.
That's why
I
I
got you.
can somewhat agree because my dude, I don't care what you say. You're not gonna make me go out of character.
No, I got you,
And
but
I
it-
know I could go out of character.
But as a man, we got to, like I said, when
As
it
a
comes
grown
to,
man now, I know I gotta step away from triggers. So if a trigger is there, I'm like, listen, I'm not gonna step out of character. I'm gonna remove myself from the situation.
But
completely.
As men, when it comes to our children, especially as black men, when it comes to our children right here, and I know, like, sometimes, like I said, relationships don't work. We got to overcome that somehow. We got to find a way to be in our kids' lives, man, because they need fathers in their lives. That's why I don't really agree with that. You know, I'm going to step away till you become 15. By the time you become 15, 16, he'll know who you is. Now he going to resent you, and your relationship will never be how it could have been if you could have been his life when he was younger.
That sounds so easy.
No, I know it sounds, and it's not
life,
easy, but I'm just saying that's just the truth of what we need.
Everybody has.
That's why that mentality
that they got to do on a day-to-day basis.
That mentality is not
to where they don't have.
Everybody
doesn't have the time to actually just be fight. Like, I'm not saying don't fight for your kids, but I'm saying you realize that it's a time-consuming thing. This is why usually most times when it comes down to the court, it's usually the woman that has the child going to the court because they got time on their hands.
It was time consuming when you was beaten too. It was time consuming when you was in the guts feeling good.
It ain't the same.
Or warm. That was time consuming too.
That was 3 in the morning,
when you brought that into this world.
The court ain't open at 3 in the morning. I can't go to family court at 3 in the morning. I can't call up family court like, yo, listen, man, this chick is pissing me off, man. I know this is around the same time I was splashing.
Man, you gotta make time, man. I don't care what you're going through. You gotta find a way and fight through that to get your kids' lives.
We ending on this topic, man.
Yeah.
Last words for Juanito, man.
Man, if you're in your kid's life and you someone that you love and things happen, take care of that kid.
Yeah, man.
If not, someone else gonna do it for you.
Yes, sir.
That's a fact.
Absolutely.
Maybe
right.
Somebody gonna take care of the kid. It might be the system. It might be a stepdaddy. It might be Africa Bambaataa, man. So let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100 out here, man.
That's a whole nother show, man.
You feel me?
That's a whole nother show.
We're gonna keep it rocking, man. We're gonna get into some more music and we're gonna come back. We got some more things to talk about, man. But real quick, man. Let me see what we got next up.
We're back in the radio, baby.
About to drop some exclusive real quick, man. This is one of the hardest female artists in the street right now, man. With this track, there's something new too, Dot. You ain't even hear this yet. I got to sink through the joint, man.
Oh, female rapper too. We love the female artists, man. We need more of y'all here, man. Send that in, man.
I'm not gonna lie. Everybody know I don't like female rappers, man. I do not.
I'm speaking for myself, man.
I'm just saying, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Myself.
I don't like female rappers, but I like.
This must be one you like.
Yeah,
so
that's a fact. I keep it a buck.
See what this is about.
So this New York City, man. This is Vegas Black, man. This joint is called My Type of Time, man. In the Loop Radio 92.9
Vegas,
FM. And we are out of here. You heard?
The nickels and the dimes, they ain't on my type of time. These out of line, I ain't paying them no mind. Want the money to shine, they ain't on my type of time. On my type of time, they ain't on my type of time. On my type of time, they ain't on my type of time. These out they mind and these out of line, I ain't paying them no mind. They ain't on my type of time. M.O.B. No, that's the set. I be cooking like a chef, and I always been a threat. Y'all already know I keep stilettos on the neck. Since these neck wanna act, I make it quiet on the set. Running with my dogs like a motherfucking fed. If I want it, I'ma take it, keep it moving, no regret. I got a couple shooters that be reppin' to the death. Disrespect, and we bring it to your door and your steps. In the club, bust a real life, Millie on the left. My shake the dice, shuffle in the decks. These hoes be out of line, I don't think they wanna test. They be hating on the queen, and we never even met. Loud on the east and it's soft on the west. Whole bird busted down like a rollie on Patek. Pulling up deep, they salute us with respect. I'm on a different type of time, and your watch ain't even set. These niggas out they mind, I be heavy on the grind. The nickels and the dimes, they ain't on my type of time. These out of line, I ain't paying them no mind. Want the money to shine, they ain't on my type of time. On my type of time, they ain't on my type of time. On my type of time, they ain't on my type of time. These niggas out they mind and these out of line, I ain't paying them no mind. They ain't on my type of time. Tell a DJ turn it up, bring it back. In the back of the club, sipping, looking like a snack. You wanna talk about it, looking like a snack? I be getting to them stacks off the block on the jack. I ain't pulling up unless they got a couple racks. So that fake phony, we ain't doing none of that. Remember I was dusty, moving oven text. Now I'm a mother queen, showing where it's at. I'm only talking real, sticking to the facts. These little think it's okay to be a rat. These little running around with that ass fat. They can't even cook a meal, multiply or subtract. Heavy in the field, how I ball with the bat. They said I'm kinda ill, they ain't lying, that's model, chase the bag. These niggas out they mind, I be heavy on the grind. The nickels and the dimes, they ain't on my type of time. These niggas out of line, I ain't paying them no mind. Want the money, the shine, they ain't on my type of time. On my type of time, they ain't on my type of time. On my type of time, they ain't on my type of time. These niggas out they mind, and these niggas out of line, I ain't paying them no mind, they ain't on my type of time.
Girl, I know you wanna fuck me,
New bang of the live wire, man.
and I know you got a man.
Trying to call just a minute.
Just
New York
tell me
City,
he
what's
don't
good?
keep you coming. I'ma cuff you where you stand. I know you want me. You know you want me to. Just for a minute. Just for a minute.
I'm all over your blouse, lips all over your mouth. Cat and mouse chasing, pacing all over the house. The moment you've been waiting, anticipation aroused to awaken with sensation, with penetration, with shout. Destination is south when I go down there. It goes down here, no doubt I will mow down here. Close in the ache in the crowds till you flow down tears. It's X rounds when I throw down in a whole round spear. I'm bending you up and down like a fold out chair. Yeah, the king dingling makes spring sing. We're mingling, that thing jingling. We can swing a mean evening.
Girl, I know you want love from me, and I know you got a man. Just tell me he don't keep you coming. I'll cuff you where you stand. I know you want me. You know you want me to. Just for a minute. Just for a minute.
Scratching up my back while I'm smashing up the cat. Never lacking what I'm packing. Give you action till you nap. Leave you splashing for a fact. Get it bracking to the Mac. Get it clapping while I'm tapping and you straddling the Mac. Twisted passion in the sack. Get it stabbing from the back. Leave you chattering. I'm happy when you gather in your tracks. It's so sack. Then you're trapped up in a chapter in my raps. Just imagining the savage in your bladder till you max. Have you asked if I aspirin after battering you tap? It don't matter when I have you been them batter in the sack. Have you sad it is that daddy grin? I have you coming back.
Girl, I know you want love from me, and I know you got a man. Just tell me he don't keep you coming. I'ma fuck up you where you stand. I know you want me. You know you want me to. Just for a minute. Just for a minute.
Throw something. A little cash ain't nothing. Cause Hattie got the bag, ain't nothing. Tell her show a little something. But if you ain't about that life, stop you wanna get high. You wanna get drunk. You wanna pop pills. But if you ain't about that life, you a bad bitch. You getting money. Whoa, Hattie in the house, and you already know what I'm about. The real ones that I bring them out. With the bad ones that I bring them out. If you ain't getting money, you a dub. I need 100 bottles in the club. They say racks, you a bug. Cause all you hang around is killers and some drug dealers. I'm from Baghdad. Cause if you point a bad chick, I'ma bag that. Long as her hair long. I might throw her on the gram or the Snapchat. Then I mix Patron with the rose. Cranberry or the OJ. Racked up the Morenos and the Oye. In and out of chick mouth like Colgate. A little cash ain't nothing. Cause Hattie got the bag, ain't nothing. Tell her show a little something. But if you ain't about that life, stop you running, get high. find me a chick to crush tonight. My girl ain't home, that's what's up tonight. If I'm right, then I might get love tonight. So give me some, baby. The rap Morris Chestnut and I just fly. Shorty wanna test drive. Gorilla Glue got us fried and we so high. On Sunset, riding low on the west side. She love my talk, she love the way I move. She know I'm from New York, she know that I'm a boss. So I always drop cash on her. I'ma drop the whole bag on her. Try and stick me on some biggie shit. Throw something. You know my goons keep the grippies clear. We racked up and we with it, kid. Have my Philly hitters come and let the drummers spin. Throw something. 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 Let's go. Yo, you wanna get high? You wanna get drunk? You wanna pop pills? But if you ain't about that life, you a bad chick. You getting money? Whoa, whoa, just throw something. Whoa, whoa, just throw something. Throw something. Throw something. Throw something. Throw something. Throw something.
Yeah. 92.9 FM in the Loop Radio, man.
We here.
We back. So we done with Corey Holcomb, man. We ain't talk about that no more, man. Don't call up about that. I mean, you can. If you want to call up, now's the time, man. 347 441-4226. I forgot the number, y'all. Listen, I smoked too much, man. I don't remember nothing past yesterday. You feel me? Except what we about to talk about now. What's up with that Chris Paul Rondo shit?
Oh yeah, we want to touch on that.
We gotta get, yo. I seen the spit, man.
I told you.
Seen the spit.
But you know what? Like, I'll say this. Like, I was gonna say not that I'm defending Rondo, but yeah, I am defending Rondo. What he said makes sense. He said he exasperated. For anybody that doesn't know what exasperated mean, like if you're frustrated for something and you like go, you know what I'm saying? You like kind of take a breath and stuff like that. He said he exasperated, and that's what that means. The look on his face when he does that, he looks to the right. Like he does that and looks to the right. He says, listen, I had some words with him. I exasperated. You know what I'm saying? So maybe a little bit of spit came out, you know, from the video. You can see some saliva come out, but, you know, you can't even fix your mouth to literally spit. Spit is when you fix your mouth, you know, a certain way you gather the spit in your mouth to release it. He didn't do that. He had a mouthpiece in. So he said he exasperated, and as I explained,
and that's
the
how you,
of what exasperated means.
Saying,
if you spit on someone, you have to be before you even come. Before when you spit on someone, you know what the reaction is going to be. You have to know. No man is that dumb that you think you're going to spit on someone and look the other way. Because when Chris Paul mushed him in the face, he was looking the other way. So it proves that he didn't intentionally, you know, put his bodily bodily fluids to go on Chris Paul. But Chris Paul reacted accordingly because some did. But I'm a side, you know what I'm saying? I'm a side with Rondo on this, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And say that it definitely was it wasn't intentional. But the reaction was warranted and intentional because some spit got on Chris Paul and he received it as it was.
Did you happen to see the footage?
So.
I didn't see.
You didn't see the fight?
Really? Okay.
I didn't see.
All right.
So how do you like? Where you at with it?
I mean, listen. I don't care what he did.
Check
man.
the footage out, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't care what he did. Spit. Look at that. Spit. Spit. That was spit, man. That was spit. I don't know how yo. Did you see it?
Well, why would he look? Look how he looked the other way though. He said he exasperated.
No. He's
look at it now. Look at it again.
Playing the exasperation as the excuse.
You know what? And that's a way we can go. That may be true. But look, you see it come out. Y'all looking like we looking. They having words. Paul like, huh? He crossed his arms like, what you talking about?
Look at the spit.
He looked the other way.
He looked and made sure nobody wasn't looking, and nobody from that angle was gonna be able to see. And he spit on that man.
Then looked the other way, and then like he went
spit
back
on that man so he could pop off, and then he'll pop off.
Watch the 1-2.
Bing.
1, 2. Hit him with a 2-piece.
Bing.
2-piece from Kennedy.
It was bad.
Yeah, but
it was all bad. What was the repercussions behind this?
Well, I believe Rondo was
got 2
suspended
games,
3
right?
games. I think Brandon Ingram was suspended 4 games. Remember, this all started from Brandon Ingram.
Brandon Ingram
when he got the
is
foul
a
and
gangster.
he pushed James
mercy.
Harden. So Brandon Ingram got 4.
Lord of mercy. Brandon Ingram's a gangster.
Rondo got 3. And Chris
that
Paul
plays
only got
basketball.
2. Yeah, Brandon.
He puts
long
Harden
face
crazy.
murderer. The
He
long
puts
face
Harden
murderer.
crazy. B. Look at the spit. You see it? Look at the spit. Look.
No, it's crazy.
Look.
You see his mouth move too, like.
Look at Chris Paul was like, yo, wait a minute. Hold on. He had to think about it. He was like, yo, this nigga spit on me? But the thing is,
No, it does look like his mouth
a dude
moves.
spits on me, I'm not going to poke you in the face.
Yeah, Chris Paul should have just rocked him. He should have just
Yeah, he should have just went for it.
He should have gave him a snack box
He might as well.
instantly.
He might as
Instant
well.
snack box with a biscuit.
With the biscuit, right.
Yeah, with the biscuit.
With the biscuit.
So, you know.
Because it was looking really bad.
The mush wasn't even, the mush was warranted, but a snack box was even more warranted.
Now, I don't know, are you a basketball fan?
I don't watch sports.
You don't watch sports at all?
Except for UFC and boxing, that's it.
I do watch UFC. I don't fuck with boxing too much anymore. But,
UFC,
was you ever into basketball?
I don't think I've ever been into any sports.
No, really.
Except for running, like track. I used to run track.
Right.
Okay.
Well, all right. Well, I'm the reason why I asked you is because I'm about to go a little retro real quick, man, with it. You know what I'm saying? Because, honestly, I don't think nobody should have been suspended. I think this is a contact sport. You know what I'm saying? Where adrenaline is rushing and people are feeling themselves. And I think it's better for the game when we got this type of thing going on. When rivals are really rivals, like, and it's really like, I don't like seeing you. When I see you, I might spit on you. That's what happened with Rondo just now. Like, he's seen him, a guy that he ain't liked for years. And he said before the game, I think he this is premeditated. He was like, the first thing that goes, because I'm not going to front, Chris Paul was beating Rondo up the whole game, too. He was beating him up pretty bad.
Yeah.
He was beating him up pretty bad the whole game. And I don't know, man. It's just like, I like basketball when basketball was about being physical, when basketball was just like the Knicks. I was talking about this the other day. The Knicks, for instance, they couldn't win, but they was tough. I was able to root for them because of that, because of toughness.
Yeah, they were a tough team.
You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. I'm not a big fan of new basketball to shoot a bunch of threes. Like, I honestly believe that if this was early 90s, late 80s, that Steph Curry would have been injured in year 3. Like, bad injury. Like, remember Joe Johnson? Remember what happened to Joe Johnson?
Absolutely.
Low Bridge fell on his face.
Oh, yeah, he came back from
Broke
that.
his whole face. Yeah, but he was different.
He came back from that.
He was
But no,
different.
absolutely. Even going to what you were saying, though,
He
of
was
course, we know
different.
the basketball of old when you had the Detroit Pistons and, you know, the
You're
New
not
York
gonna
Knicks
keep violating
with
me.
Anthony Mason and Charles Oakley, guys like that, controlling the box. You know, it definitely was a more physical game, and guys was able to get away with anything. But I kind of agree with you where no suspension should have been made, man. Chalked it up and keep going because, you know, rivalries is
let's
good.
play ball.
Having a good rivalry. But, you know, they're trying to
Let's
send a
hope they
message.
fight
'cause
again
don't
on the
want,
next game.
If they don't suspend anybody, then other guys are going to feel like when they feel like they want to punch somebody in the face for doing something reckless, they can do it, and it'll be no, you know what I'm saying, no repercussions. Exactly. So they got to send some sort of message. But I kind of like it, too. It shows some grit and, like, listen, we ain't having anything, man. We don't like y'all over there in Houston. Y'all don't like us. We going to meet again, man.
Yeah, and they should fight every time.
So, you know.
Like, yo,
I'm with the aggressiveness and the discontent for each other, man.
Where it
That
all
makes
got
more
crazy,
interesting
and
to
I
watch.
understand it. Where it all got crazy, it got crazy after that Indiana and Detroit brawl.
Oh, definitely. Oh,
That's when they was like, they really got
Reggie
scared.
Miller and Stephen Smith. Yeah,
No,
Stephen Smith, I believe. I'm sorry. Ron Artest.
Ron
Artest, Stephen Smith, I believe, was on the team at that time.
And
He was.
Ben Wallace pushed him on the bleachers.
Oh, yeah.
Yo,
I remember.
listen,
totally.
I watched
he
the whole thing.
He laid down and somebody threw a cup.
I watched the whole thing, right? Ice water. He got up and went stupid.
Absolutely.
Jumped in the bleachers. So I understand, you know what I'm saying, that after that, because business is business. At the end of the day, when it goes into the fans being hurt, you talk about lawsuits and it becomes bad for business. You feel me? But I don't see nothing wrong with two people on two rival teams. They're both millionaires. You know what I'm saying? Punching each other in the face.
Absolutely. Yeah, you get
I
a
think that's
somebody.
cool.
I mean,
I
something
think
like
that's
that,
okay.
some bodily fluid going on. You, of course, you're supposed to react accordingly, man. The guys is men. We athletes and we professionals, but we men, and I will not be disrespected. That's how they see it.
I'm from the Bronx, man, and I've seen fights on basketball courts for less than spit. Bro.
No, absolutely, definitely.
I've seen fights on basketball
hard
courts.
fouls.
Forget the foul.
Even
Like I
less than
said, Steph
fouls,
Curry
right?
would have been injured in year 3. I've seen people who get in a fight on a basketball court because he scored too many times on that nigga. Like
things like
they
that
made
happen
it
to
seem
you,
like
right.
it was a
It's
foul.
crazy.
Like, nah, you touched me, I'm gonna snuff you. But it was
right.
really because this dude shot 4 threes on him
Yeah, it's because
throughout
he
the
was
game.
jaying your face
Yeah,
off.
yeah, and he
you
kept
mad.
talking trash. He was like, in your face, and it touched you,
mad.
and it made you feel away. You know what I'm saying? And I like that. I think people should make, in sports, it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
It's cool.
Anybody that's competitive, you get your face shot off for a whole half.
So
and
we
you
ain't been
gonna
up
be
here
tight.
for a month, right? We ain't been up here. We've been going for a month. We've been off air for a month on vacation time and all that. You said you're a fan of MMA. We got to get into the MMA thing now. Did you happen to see Conor McGregor
I saw the
get
last,
tapped?
Yeah,
tap,
man.
tap, 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 tap.
Sheesh, man.
Oh man, it was bad
Good
business.
for the boy.
You ain't see it?
For real,
You ain't see it,
man.
Doc?
No, yeah, of
I was
course.
Oh,
rooting
man.
for
You
it.
was
That's
rooting
what
for Conor?
highlights.
That's
I
what
was
highlights.
rooting for him, man.
You was rooting for
I
Conor? You a Conor fan?
I'm not a Conor fan.
Come
but-
on, man.
but
I hate
respect-
Conor.
But
I hate him.
I respect athletes that put in that work. You know what I'm saying? I can't disregard hard work. But
Dude was about that business.
Underdog came in out of nowhere, bro.
But he wasn't really. Listen,
Oh, he wasn't the underdog.
He was an underdog by broad standards.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
for
yeah.
real,
Yeah, nah, he was beast.
he was the man. He
Bro,
said,
he
"Look,
came
man,
in, he was like,
how
I'm
could
not- I'm not
Conor say
saying-
anything to me, man? He tapped out how many
Yeah.
times?
Man.
He knew what he was. Yo,
No, absolutely.
He literally beat the shit out of Conor.
They said he's literally
And then
never
choked
lost a
him out.
round.
Yeah.
More than being 26-0, they said he never lost
Right,
a round.
and
That was
then
amazing.
choked him out.
You
And
know.
he didn't
That was
lose around
amazing.
that fight either.
That was amazing.
As far as popularity, he was the underdog because
Yeah,
Connor's
yeah,
much
no,
a bigger
yeah.
star. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. He's like,
But
he's
in
a
terms
Beat the
of,
star.
shit out of Conor.
Skill in the
But skill-wise, yeah, he
athleticism,
wasn't really
he was a
an
beast.
underdog.
I've
yeah.
hated Conor ever since he fought Aldo and won.
Oh yeah.
I wanted Aldo to win.
Okay.
And then he knocked Aldo out in what, like 8 seconds?
Yeah.
That it kind of pissed me off. Like
Yeah.
I was a big Aldo fan for a while.
Yeah.
I was an Aldo fan for a while. I like Aldo. He's one of those tough little Brazilian dudes that just come out the
cats from
gate
Brazil put in
and go
work.
crazy. Like
Right,
his
but
leg kicks.
that's when
was
you knew he was the
bananas.
truth. He was like, "Dang, he knocked this dude out like that."
Nah, I didn't know. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck.
That meant something. That
Nah,
meant
I'm gonna keep it 100. It's combat, and at any given time, neither one of those guys that's in that octagon are bums. Like, so at any given time, the right punch at the right time will put the right person out.
Yeah,
so
anybody can get it. Anybody's susceptible to getting their jaw knocked.
I honestly still don't believe that Conor McGregor is better than Jose Aldo, even though he won. It was a quick fight. They went for an exchange. He caught him. That's how you catch
listen,
one.
You judge who's better about fighting than
what
seeing them
makes you a
winning.
better fighter is you go 5 rounds with this guy and you beat him up.
Yeah.
5 rounds. Now we know.
If it take 5,
No,
if I knock him out in 1, then what?
I'm just saying.
I don't need 5.
Because I'm just
Yes.
saying. Still, even if you beat him up 1, that don't make you a definite better fighter. You got to beat a guy up for 5 rounds because you could beat a guy up this first round and win, and then y'all fight again, and he beats you up. The next one.
Well, then we'll judge it from then.
That don't
But if
happen.
you fight once and you beat a dude
Nah,
up in the
but
first
I'm-
round,
I'm-
you're a better fighter at that moment.
I'm talking about statistics. By statistics in MMA, there's nobody. If you get beat up for 5 rounds, you're never gonna fight this fighter again, because it's definitive that this guy is better than you. You understand what I'm saying? A lucky head kick, like a lucky elbow. You know what I'm saying? All these things can happen. You know what I'm saying? To where you could win a fight, but that doesn't definitely mean that you're a better martial artist.
Very true, but I'll say
you understand
this.
what I'm saying?
I'll say this real quick.
The best martial artist is going to be able to go in there and just demolish you for like how Anderson Silva used to be. That was one of my favorites. That was one of my favorites.
Everybody's favorites. That dude was
You
something
feel me?
special.
And he used to go in there and just literally tear you apart
He used to just play with dudes
for
and
3
knock 'em
rounds.
out. But you know what I'll say? If you get beat up and just ragged for 5 rounds, it's different. But you know, sometimes 5 rounds go where you just kind of going at it, like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like
It's even.
going back and forth, right? So that would warrant a rematch.
Definitely.
But of course,
I
if you
said
get
you get
ragged
beat up for 5 rounds,
for 5
it's done.
rounds around, you
You're
just
never
it's
fighting him again.
unanimously, you just getting beat on. Now, of course, I will say
You
that,
never fight him
but
again.
You know,
like,
it's very, you know,
for
it'll probably get
instance,
stopped before that if it's that bad.
You got, what's the guy name? He's the heavyweight champion now. Used to be light heavyweight champion. They recently took his belt. The guy who he lost to John Jones.
I watch UFC, but I don't really know the names like that, except for the you know the popular guys like you know.
Damn, that's my guy
like John
too,
Jones.
man. I can't remember his name, man. He's the champ right now, and I can't remember his name. That's my guy. Daniel Cormier.
Okay. Oh, I was about to say that's
Daniel
the name I
Cormier.
was saying. Danny, Cormier.
So
Rampage Jackson. I know dudes like
Rampage. Yeah.
He's not the champ right
now.
now.
Hell no.
Yeah,
Danny. No, he's somewhere.
He's a sport recently.
He's somewhere else. He's in Bellator somewhere. He's not in the UFC. UFC is a different. It's a whole different breed. But Daniel Cormier, right? He beat up Alexander Gustafsson really bad. Beat him up.
He got names. You know, someone be watching.
No.
Alexander Gustafsson.
Right.
He said Alexander Gustafsson.
Alexander Gustafsson
he be watching.
is nice.
Like straight up.
Like he's nice. He's nice. He's a tough dude, tough white guy.
Yeah.
You feel me? He gave John Jones his toughest fight in MMA history. John Jones' toughest fight was against Alexander Gustafsson.
Gustafsson.
Right.
Gustafsson.
But Daniel Cormier made paperweight out of Alexander. But then went up against John Jones.
That beat John Jones.
He didn't beat John. John won.
Oh, but he gave him a fight. It was a hell of a fight.
But he ragdogged him. But he couldn't.
I might have saw that fight.
He didn't ragdog John Jones, right? But you'll never, even though Cormier became the champ, you would never see Alexander get a title fight against Cormier because it was such an easy fight for Cormier. Like, even though he was the next one up, they went to the other guy. I forget his name sometime, but they go to other people. They skip right past them because it's like, yo, we don't even want to put you in the ring. Nobody's gonna want to see this.
But you know what? I would say that's not even fair because sometimes, like, a guy might beat somebody unanimously, but that don't mean somebody can't go train and come back and beat somebody again. We've seen it happen. So just because you, like I said, it's different. I mean, if you just beat the hell out of somebody, and just, like I said, you know, but that's rare in MMA. Some people get knocked out more than just ragged for 5 rounds.
But usually
they'll get knocked out before they get ragged for 5 rounds in a row.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Or tapped. But when you get beat up for 3 or 5 rounds, you get beat up.
Or let's just say beat. I don't know. You know,
it's usually it's not so much of a skill set thing where it is an advantage thing. Somebody has a clear advantage here. You feel me? And we're not gonna let that go. They're not gonna put that back in the ring again because at the end of the day, Alexander Gustafsson is a good fighter, stand-up fighter, and all that. But Daniel Cormier is a great wrestler, and he's a lot stronger and a lot bigger than Gustafsson. So at the end of the day, he could put his weight on him through the whole fight and just ragdoll him.
And that's a perfect point, too.
That's where, you know what I'm saying?
Somebody could just have you on the floor. They might not necessarily be beating hell, but they might just have their weight on you for half of the round. We've seen fights like that.
Yeah.
Getting a couple of fights, but you can't get it. Just got their weight on you. So
somebody out of nowhere take a lot of hits and come out.
Yeah. So you know what I mean?
That's still getting
everyone
beat up.
that loses a fight against somebody, if it's a title fight or a special fight, I think deserves a rematch because you never know what can happen. Now, if you beat somebody 2 times in a row, then get out of here. Fam.
Everybody don't deserve. You think everybody deserves a rematch?
For the most part, not everybody. I'm just saying, like title fights, like guys who make it to title fights.
Do you think Conor McGregor should be able to fight Mayweather again?
Like, do I think?
For money, definitely.
No. That's totally not. No, I don't think that. I mean, if they're gonna make some more money,
he
cool,
beat him up real bad.
That's expected.
He beat up Conor real bad in that.
But let me make the perfect example. Do Conor deserve a fight against Khabib? Yeah. Even though Khabib,
he doesn't.
No, he deserves it. That's Conor McGregor because he's a good fighter. I mean, Khabib got him that night.
Hell no.
He's a good fighter, though. You can't deny that he's not a good fighter.
I'm gonna tell you why he doesn't deserve it.
I say he deserves a rematch.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna explain why in MMA.
I bet you
it's not. It's definitely not. But I'm gonna explain why. First of all, Khabib is a martial artist, a mixed martial artist. For real. That's what he do.
Absolutely.
Conor's an entertainer. Conor goes into, they put Conor in the ring to win. They don't put Conor in the ring to lose. Conor's the money man. You feel me? So when they put him in the ring, they put him in there to win.
But
when he
let me say this.
loses, listen, they
He's
tried that.
He's an entertainer, but listen, he made his name as a fighter. Then he became an entertainer. He didn't come in the game as being this showboat and all that. He was winning
but he
and
can
got
actually
gassed
fight.
up.
He can
That's what I'm
actually fight,
saying. He
you know?
won these
Like,
titles.
he's
Then he got
okay.
gassed
It
up and
is
became
entertainment,
the
you know what I'm saying?
entertainer when
That's
he
false.
fought
But
He was
Mayweather.
gassed up before he got the titles and all that.
No, I'm
He
saying,
was
but he
gassed
might have,
up.
he might have been that. But I'm just saying, but he earned his keep. I don't watch it like that, but I know that Conor McGregor can fight, and he earned his
This is the
keep as
thing,
far as
though.
being one of
This
the
is
top
thing.
fighters.
We
I
forget.
know that.
We
That's a
forget
fact. You can't take that
that
from him.
Conor
I won't take that
McGregor.
from him.
This is the second time
Fact.
that a real MMA fighter has put Conor McGregor in his place. It's the second time.
What, he got 2 losses? And I'm not
Oh
a,
no, he has 6 losses. Bro.
okay, I'm not a big
But
Conor McGregor fan. I'm just saying, though, just being fair.
My man
So,
Nate
like-
Diaz, in
like,
case
he's
you
not a
forgot,
slouch. He's
Nate
not a
Diaz
slouch.
put the business
Yeah,
on
Nate Diaz
Conor
is showing
McGregor.
him.
Oh, Nate Diaz is a
No,
problem. I know that guy
he
is.
put-
He put the
He's one of the best
business on
fighters.
him. He
Nate
put the
Diaz is a
business on him.
problem.
Both fights,
Nate Diaz,
they gave him a rematch.
They do.
They gave Conor the win
Right.
the second
did they?
time by decision, but he got
Okay.
beat up twice. Got beat up twice.
Nah, yeah, I know Nate Diaz.
Feel me?
Nate Diaz is.
Then
That dude's
he
a
went in there
problem.
with Khabib. Khabib destructed him. We might not see Conor McGregor in the ring for forever, ever again.
You know what's crazy? I didn't see. I saw a lot of highlights, but yeah, it looked like Khabib just beat on him. He
got a
not beat
quote.
on him, but you know, he did his thing. He did his thing. Had Conor running,
Nah,
slamming
he
around,
beat him. He beat
choked
him up.
out.
He beat him
But I
up
still
bad.
say I would give Conor a rematch because I think he deserves
I
it.
love seeing great fights more than one.
You live on the
Right.
92.9 FM and Live
Absolutely.
Radio. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, Hitman.
Hitman, what's good, bro?
Hit.
What's good, bro?
My fault. I don't know if y'all was
Hit,
commenting
hit.
on the lives and all that. I can't really see the lives right now because we're controlling the cameras and all that. So for everybody that's tuned in, man, call up.
The camera's looking crispy, too.
Yes, I
Oh
appreciate
yes,
you,
sir.
man.
Good looking hit.
Facts, I'm doing the Dougie right now. You know what I mean?
I'm glad y'all back, man.
Word. What's on your mind, hit? What's good?
Nah, Sam, are you reaching, man?
What you mean I'm reaching?
I
Here
thank
go.
you, man.
Here
Thank you,
go.
hit.
I'm
I'm glad you
reaching.
called up. Thank you, man.
I'm a UFC fan, bro.
Me too.
Connor's not an entertainer.
Thank you, hit. I'm not even a watcher like that, but I'm saying that dude can fight, man. That dude's a fighter first.
Yeah, hell yeah. The whole thing is
Stop
styles
it,
make
man.
fights.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying? Styles make fights.
Styles?
Yeah, styles, like
Yeah,
his style.
yeah, his style.
And Khabib, he had the kryptonite to beat Conor because Conor ground game is weak.
Horrible. That
Right.
means see.
Right.
We
And
gotta
Khabib's
realize.
ground game is superior.
We gotta realize what this
But
is.
yo,
This
but
is
look,
not
look,
boxing.
look.
This is MMA. This is mixed
You gotta
martial
respect
arts.
everything goes.
You need to have
Listen,
everything
listen.
covered.
Yeah, true.
You got to respect Conor, though.
I don't.
Because Conor don't have to fight no more. So to come back and fight a monster like Khabib, knowing he got the best ground game in the UFC, you got to respect him.
Now, right? See, you know, Conor.
I feel
I
where
think
you're
he
coming
laid
from. I feel
out.
where you're coming
He
from.
laid out a path with people to respect him because I think he was like, "Let me fight the best guy out there who guys don't
Exactly.
believe that I'm gonna win." If he had to pick some, he could have picked the 2 bums or whatever that got, you know, what I'm saying, got wrecked with before he got to Khabib. But that was part of his game plan. Let me
He
pick the
couldn't,
hardest
though.
dude out there. He
Listen.
believed he could beat him though,
Let's
but
not get it
he
twisted.
was wrong.
This is MMA. This ain't boxing. You can't just pick who you want. The fans, the fans of
thought he
MMA are really fans of MMA. They're fans of martial arts. If you put Conor in there with a bum, the fans ain't gonna see that shit.
Well, not a bum, but
They're
I'm
gonna
saying
destroy
somebody
it.
not as good and highlighted as Khabib. There's other fighters that he could have fought that's not on Khabib level that would have been respected. You know what I'm saying?
fighting.
He ain't have to pick Khabib. There's a bunch
He
of other
don't pick
fighters that.
him.
You know what I'm saying? No,
He
I think
don't pick him.
he did pick him, right? He
don't
wanted to
pick
fight
him.
Khabib, and
Nah,
they
he-
made it happen.
Khabib was the big fight.
Right, that was the
Let's
fight.
not get it twisted. Conor's about the big money.
Right.
Conor's gonna go for the fight where the big bread is at. Khabib was the big bread fight. Now, it is what it is. But I know Conor walked in there and knew he was gonna lose.
Khabib's style is customized to beat McGregor, and he still fought him.
Right. I mean, I believe that Conor fought him because he thought he could beat him. He really
No,
thought he probably was
nah,
going to
I
knock
don't
him
think
out.
so. It's
But
ego.
just like
He
Khabib's
believe
ground
he
game
gon-
is
he believe he
superior,
fight every- he believe he
his
gonna win
you
every
know his
fight.
boxing is not as good as
think
Conor's
Conor-
boxing, and
You
they
think
talked
Conor
about that.
walked
So
into
Conor
that
thought he
fight
was going to knock him
believing
out.
he was
Probably.
gonna win against Khabib.
I'm pretty
I
sure he
believe
walks into
that.
every fight.
Hitman, you
Absolutely.
believe that?
Mayweather's the thing.
Of course he did.
You know what I'm saying? Any great fighter would think
Yeah.
the same thing.
You think he walked in there believing he was gonna beat Khabib?
Yeah, he did.
Of course
way.
he did.
No way.
What fighter
thought he
walks
was
into a
gonna
fight
be-
like, damn,
he
I'm
thought
gonna
he
lose
was-
this?
yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
walks into a
Everybody
fight.
that fought Tyson before Holyfield
Well, I mean,
and Buster Douglas.
maybe
Everybody
Tyson.
that walked in the ring, like, let's
Maybe
keep it
Mike
funky.
Tyson. I'll give Mike that.
Yeah.
But I'll
You gotta
definitely give
know
Mike
Con-
that. Dude's walked in there like,
Well, what you
damn.
said, Hit?
In the UFC, Conor McGregor got one of the best stand-up games because
Right.
he's counter-punching.
It's a fact.
So the fight it starts standing up. You feel me? So he thought he was gonna catch him.
Solid.
But nah.
No, absolutely. He definitely had confidence that he would
How
win.
you feel about that Rondo drink, man? Rondo and Chris Paul, man, while you on the line.
I mean, the NBA needed that.
That's what I'm saying, man. We need more
needed
entertainment like this.
Yeah. The aggressive, yeah, we with that.
But yo, I was asking, how did y'all feel about Bron taking Chris Paul's side more than his teammates?
Yeah, that's, I mean, you know what,
You
Bron.
can't do that.
You're not supposed to.
You
Right?
can't do that.
You're not supposed to. But I'm going to say this. They have a personal relationship outside of basketball.
Right. I was just about to say that.
And
right.
That's like, all right.
When you on that court, it's different, bro.
Check this out. That's like you got the Morris twins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now let's say they on two separate teams, and one of the dudes on go punch one of the brothers in the face. Who do you think the brother's side is? You think he's gonna be on his teammate's side or his brother?
That's his brother, though. Come on.
But this is what I'm saying. They came up in the league together. They came into the league. They travel overseas. They chill with each other during the summer. You know what I mean? Well, what is that? Blood. They say blood is thicker than water, but that's only in certain cases. You need water to live. You learn that in the basics. I didn't make that up. Styles P, what up?
And more so, I wouldn't even say that he took Chris Paul's side, but like they definitely got a close relationship outside of basketball. Chris Paul is the head of the players' union. I mean, even he represents Rondo as a player. But I think Bron was just trying to break it up, so he's trying to calm Chris Paul down. Maybe he was the one that could probably calm him down more than any one of his teammates because of their relationship outside of basketball. So I wouldn't say he was really taking his side, but I mean, he was just trying to break it up, so he grabbed him and walked away like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So and that's Bron. You know how Bron is like, you know what I'm saying? So
y'all remember when Bron went back to Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
When Bron went back to Cleveland and they played the Heat in Miami, they was getting spanked by the Heat. Meanwhile, Bron is acting friendly with Wade. And Tyronn Lue called a meeting because of that. Like, yo, we getting spanked and you being buddy-buddy.
Right.
You can't do that. Your teammates looking at you crazy.
Nah, I feel you. I mean, I definitely feel where you're coming from. I'm just saying I can understand where it is because it's like, you know what I'm saying? My kids play with your kids. Your wife chill with my wife. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, it makes it a little bit difficult. And you know what I mean? Listen, teammates do some horrible things, man. Kobe snitched on Shaq. Pau Gasol snitched on Kobe. Like, teammates do some horrible things, man. But you have friends throughout the years, and sometimes they're not on the same team.
D'Angelo Russell ran his mouth. That's why they got him out of L.A.
Like,
and you know what? I feel like, back in the days, it's good to be rivals, but I just feel guys are kind of caught up in the old way of basketball. They want dudes to be enemies. Like, dudes actually friends. We millionaires off the court. Like you said, our kids play together. They go to the same camps. Like, so we can be, aggressive and play against each other. But, I mean, at the end of the day, they don't got to be enemies, man. Dudes can still kick it. But, I mean, in the heat of the moment, when you're trying to get to the playoffs, I could dig it. But at the end of the day, I feel like, man, if they're going to be cool, they're going to be cool. But, still try to win against when you come up against each other.
I respect that.
No, that's a fact. And, of course, you didn't speak on the Corey Holcomb
Oh, nah, I ain't gonna do that right now.
I ain't gonna do that.
This nigga here.
Nah, yo, both of y'all had a point, though.
He pled the fifth.
Absolutely.
He pled the fifth. I respect it, though. I respect it.
Absolutely.
Look, yo, I'm glad y'all back, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all.
That's a fact, man. Appreciate you, man. Always love, my guy.
Yes, sir.
No doubt, yo. And I've been writing. I got some coming.
That's what I want to hear.
Copy that, Brody.
All right, yo.
That's a fact. All right.
Salute.
So we're gonna get into some more music.
We're gonna get into something else. You dig? Interlude Radio, you already know, man. First night back, Tuesday nights, man. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Keep rocking with us.
Make sure y'all stay tuned, man. My guy Juanito Jones is gonna perform live for us, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the show, we're gonna get it rocking, man. It's Interlude Radio 92.9 FM. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Your boy a little loose, but the chain fit snug. Cop a couple bottles, about to drown the whole club. Jack keep ringing, got the team on, bro. All my troops came from the mud.
While you were sleeping last night, I checked inside the whip and drove. Cruise up the west side. I had to drop off that load. Baby, this is hard work. It's hard work. It's like they took me off that stove. motherfucker.
New York get the money, long time, no cash. It ain't hard to tell that we got it on smash. It ain't hard to smell that I'm blowing on grass. And as far as I'm concerned, y'all putting out trash at last. We on top of this. Ain't nothing hot as this. You riding with the one who got a lock to the metropolis. Stand down. This is how we blam on them. Every day we shining, so this is how we jam on them. Dance on them. Dance on them.
While you were sleeping last night, I had to get up and go to the cruise at the FDR. I had to go and bust my moves. I'm really heavy, mate. It's like they threw me off the boat. Phone ringing like a motherfucker. The whole city know that I'm that dope. Phone ringing like a motherfucker. Phone ringing like a motherfucker. Phone ringing like a motherfucker. Got that phone ringing like a motherfucker.
Now when they say ball, I've been making rounds all winter. Phone ringing like a call center. Move the whole John like I come from a Philly block. I can make the pot do the wop and the Millie rock. I can take a block at a half, make another block. I can turn a bike to a Benz to a parking lot. I'm a bad boy, you can tell the way I diddy block. Back up every bar, I can make the whole city hot. City hot.
I got it. I ain't answering. My phone's ringing. My phone is just ringing like a motherfucker. Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring. I'm sorry, you've reached. Hey, my phone. Keep calling, it's gonna ring like a motherfucker. I said ring, 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 call. Ring, my phone's ringing like a
I know how to fuse, not getting no meals, you ain't getting no money, cause you giving up deals. No steps here, I don't care how she feels. I'm in love with the money, I'm in love with the feel. I done got some work, I don't know feel some work. I done dealt some plugs, believe me it hurt. They got on my waist, the drugs in the safe. They hating on me, like they one on my face. Good girl gone bad, I don't really care what she do. Bitches stare at the crew, who cares what you do? No fear when I shoot, who cares when it's you? No lies, it's the truth, I'm inside when I shoot. We getting the check, ain't no switching the set. Getting the flex, got some shit on my neck. She giving me sex, I just give her a text. The rollie been new, see the swag when I step. We getting the check, ain't no switching the set. Getting the flex, got some shit on my neck. She giving me sex, I just give her a text. The rollie be new, see the swag when I step. Love for love, get paid, you get paid, they rate. I get like I bail, you get like you tell. Ain't go for the detail, I don't know about him. I hope he can swim and get shot, get shit. Don't trust these men, they lying and telling. You buying them selling, move quiet, stop yelling. My mama just told me, you gon' make it this way. I replied I did, I got cake in the safe. More drugs on the plate, so they got love on her face. That's just not me, I love this cake. They black, they hate, they watch my plate. I can't get spray, nigga not today. We getting the check, ain't no switching the set. Getting the flex, got some shit on my neck. She giving me sex, I just give her a text. The rollie been new, see the swag when I step. We getting the check, ain't no switching the set. Getting the flex, got some shit on my neck. She giving me sex, I just give her a text. The rollie be new, see the swag when I step.
Okay.
I grew up with the shooters and the losers. I grew up with the ballers and the hoopers. I could've went that route, but I was stupid. I ended up in juvie with the troopers. I got my lessons from a veteran. He told me count my losses like a blessing. I ain't know what he was
shooters, but now we getting paid. We getting paid. I made their ass wake up. I wake up and I thank you for another day. My granny and her prayers get me through the day. I remember I was broken, that was yesterday. Last night, raw chili took it to the face. Lately I've been stressing, pouring bottles out. Off the records, wrote this record at my mama house. I told her we gon' make it out. I treat the booth like it's a vacant house. Yeah, I grind hard in that motherfucker. Yeah, I got all raw in that motherfucker. I told them I was coming, now they hating cause they love it. But I'm still that same nigga from bodies and hush puppies. I ain't changed nothing, everything's scandalous. Before I was 21, I was supposed to be in the casket. I'm a living legend, I'ma make it happen. True story, don't fit the rap.
Keep your baby out the street. She gonna get hit one of these days.
You got some blow? You got some rock?
Just keep the baby out the streets. Exchange your diapers. You almost smell as bad as you.
They thought that I was lying when I told them I'ma do it. Looking to one line. This guy that I grew up with the losers. Looking to 100 with this. And we gon' make it. I made their ass wake up. They thought that I was lying when I told them about this music. I told them looking I was coming. That I grew up with the shooters. With the killers. Now we getting paid. Now we getting it. I made their ass wake up. Rest in peace.
I ain't been the same since why? Keep me on the West Coast for a
We miss you again. Rest in peace to all the dead ones. I ain't been the same since why? Reminiscing on them early mornings. I get the 9-laters, why I get the sauce. Banging get the mamas and the peach rings. And Pilo get the ruffles with the sour cream. Never would've thought we end up in them streets. Now we sipping lean and liquor in them leather seats. My nigga kept a pistol on his leather seats. We love you and we miss you, Morgan, rest in peace. He used to hit the killer like he from there. Even again from the set, they scared to come there. He pull up talking bunk with his shades on. Tricky beer, silky smooth with his waves on. He kept some plays going, add some merchandise. He ain't never sleep, he off that merchandise. If it ain't for the free, it ain't the perfect price. If I could bring my fucking back, I'd give my life. West side and on the east side. I got some bad niggas and they buy. Pistol it go brrr when it fire. I ain't been the same since wild. Yeah, I got money on my mind. And you can see the murder in my eyes. Off the Henny, yeah, I fuck around cry. I ain't been the same since wild. Reminiscing on them late nights. That nigga in the corner, all you hear is pipes. He running stop signs and them red lights. He was really all gas, no brake lights. Never bit his tongue or did no fake type. He gon' point at you and tell you that fake type. We gon' pull up, then we park and get that safe right. That's all he wanna hear until that cake right. Well respected pop his pistol and he get his chillin'. Even on the west, he like a nigga. Since why? Every day I been sippin' Henny. Clutching on this semi, thinking how they get it. The trickiest envy, he was never slipping. I guess the man upstairs had a different vision. Watch over us, protect us from the snitches. Damn, I ain't been the same without you. West side and on the east side. I got some bad niggas and they buy. Pistol it go brrr when it fire. I ain't been the same since wild. Yeah, I got money on my mind. And you can see the murder in my eyes. Off the Henny, yeah, I walk around cry. I ain't been the same since why. Damn. I forget miss. Walk with it. Hold us down. Keep us safe. I rock the crowd. West side and on the east side. I got some bad niggas and they buy. Pistol it go brrr when it fire. I ain't been the same since wild. Yeah, I got money on my mind. can see the murder in my eyes. Off the Henny, yeah, I walk around cry. I ain't been the same since why?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh. We so disconnected. We so disconnected from the world, disconnected from our lives. We are spending most of our time online, living up to our lies. I realize that deep inside, everybody just wanna be noticed. Everyone wants to be recognized. When I focus on the likes, when I focus on the guys, he gonna keep online, and you gon' keep on crying. The other night, it was a long silent train ride. No one dared to say a word, and no one dared to lock their eyes. Damn, we came to our own demise. Social media's the definition of the devil in disguise. Our self-esteem took off and shot right to the roof. Selfies every single second, this is what we do. No one should care about that. This all is making me mad. Like we addicted on some heavy drugs, it's breaking you bad. Making enhancements to our faces, making it look plastic. We hide behind the filters, we texting under the blankets, disconnected. Said we so disconnected. We so disconnected. We so disconnected. Woo, 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 woo. Come on. Follow me, follow back, follow this, follow that. Share my page, comment back. I hit you up, holler back. In another zone, our eyes glued to the phone. We never wanna leave our homes. We focus on the keystrokes. I'm so sad that nobody knows who I am. That's the mindset of this generation. Mind that's really bad. Separate yourselves from your device. Y'all just need to breathe. Turn off your laptop, cell phones, and turn off your TVs. Look at me, I'm free, I'm home like I am E.T. I used to dream of me being up on BET. Please release your phones on the count of 3. Now you'll hear me speak through these hypnotizing screens. Wake up in the morning anticipating a tweet, or you'll share another status so that everyone can see. You want another follower, not something that you need. You thirsty for attention, you even begging them please. Disconnected. Said we so disconnected. We so disconnected. Said we so disconnected. Woo, 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 woo.
Streets without us getting beat by the police. They want another brother shot and want us on the street. This the stuff they can see. This is what Stevie Wonder can see. This the stuff the news don't release. This is stuff Eric Garner can't see. This is what the news don't release. They want to see us dead and they want us to breathe. Wake up, look at the news. Wake up, they want us to lose. Wake up, I gotta get shot. Another brother shot down, they get us get hot. Wake up, they want us to lose. Please let me see your ID. They wanna see us shot down, they want us to be free. They yelling at us, hands up, yelling us to freeze. They want us to be freeze, but they want us to get pleased. Man, you come next to me, see me with that energy. Take that badge off, hit us with that same energy. Yeah, that's that white supremacy. And for the cops, racism is a necessity. Take away our rights, you can't take away our unity. Coming to the hood, try to arrest my whole community. All the cops that didn't have an opportunity to stand up after they were beaten brutally. Wake up, look at the news. Wake up, they want us to lose. Another brother in the end of the spot. Take your badge off, then you see me get shot. Illuminati got their eye on everybody. Watching you on every dollar, go and tell your mommy. I'm watching you, looking at your watches, who's watching? Mixing these mixes, making concoctions, it's so awesome. A teenager, driving around, speed racer. Drew the map of destruction, I need an eraser. I'm a boxing rappers out of all these boxes. Making concoctions, and I'm a rapper, that's really awesome. Wake up, look at the news. Wake up, they want us to lose.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh. We so disconnected. We so disconnected from the world, disconnected from our lives. We are spending most of our time online, living up to our lies. I realize that deep inside, everybody just wanna be noticed. Everyone wants to be recognized. When my focus on the likes, when I focus on the guys, he gonna keep on lying, and you gon' keep on crying. The other night, it was a long silent train ride. No one dared to say a word, and no one dared to lock their eyes. Damn, we came to our own demise. Social media's the definition of the devil in disguise. Our self-esteem took off and shot right to the roof. Selfies every single second. This is what we do. No one should care about that. This all is making me mad. Like we addicted on some heavy drugs. It's breaking you bad. Making enhancements to our faces, making it look plastic. We hide behind the filters. We texting under the blankets. Disconnected. Said we so disconnected.
New York's finest.
We so disconnected.
Best way to take care of